Greetings citizens of the Malaysia and the world, we are anonymous.
It has come to our attention that the election has been held on May 5, 2013. Ruling coalition wins Malaysian election amid fraud allegations. We have read some newspaper about the incident, and what we must do now. Claim the freedom and open your eyes. The Australian Foreign Minister, Carr, has welcomed the outcome of the election and says that Canberra is prepared to work with either the opposition or Barisan Nasional. Mr. Carr says claims by the opposition leader that there was voting fraud are a matter for Malaysia's Electoral Commission. Our High Commission in Kuala Lumpur has followed the election closely, but we can't determine whether there were unfair practices in Sabah or ink marks on fingers that washed off easily in Western Malaysia. It's not up to us to determine these things, he said. But Australian Independent Senator Nick Zanathan says his contacts in Malaysia have told him there was massive cheating in the election. Senator Zanathan has had a long interest in Malaysia and was recently expelled from the country by the authorities after being accused of interfering in the country's domestic affairs. He says the leader of the Bersih movement for free and fair elections, Barisan Nasional, told him there has been widespread cheating. She said there has been massive cheating, that the indelible ink that was supposed to be the key factor to make sure that voting was going to be free of corruption, was in fact washable and not indelible, Senator Zanathan said. Senator Zanathan says there's another issue with the media coverage leading up to the vote. The election campaign that was played out on national television. The opposition didn't get a second of airtime apart from being vilified in the nation's media, he said. These elections were not free, they were not fair, and there is evidence of widespread cheating. I'm very disappointed with the standoffish role that our Foreign Minister Carr has played on this, he said.
Dear citizens, let me talk about the proof. First, a lot of illegal voters successfully dismantled, and some of them it has been beaten, until they admit that they has been paid to make an illegal vote. Then, promised permanent ink is not permanent. All millions of expiration for purchase. Open your eyes, results just announced at 1 a.m., the slowest in the history of Malaysia. What was happened? After General VSAITR when the state Carr's immediate count center suddenly blacked out and sudden spike vote began. All Malaysian citizens must know that 3 parliamentary ballot boxes hidden in future Jajai. Otherwise, at 11 p.m. remaining ballot boxes are brought into the polling place when voting closes at 5 p.m. Thus a period of 3 hours is not enough for the counting process are made. Police, Terengganu, and all of the state being won a simple majority. For knowledge, between the states declared PR and DSAI, has won these states who suddenly is experiencing a blackout. There were detained as illegal voters managed to vote 2 times. Now is the time to open your eyes and expose the truth.
We are anonymous. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.